the terrorist in the forehead with his rifle. By way of explanation, Al-Darkur shrugged. He said no. The portion of track where Ryan and Rian found themselves was still on the grounds of the Lahore Central Railway Station, and the ground around them was full of the detritus one would find in any urban graveyard. Stones, trash, and portions of discarded track were strewn all around the two men as they both climbed to their feet after their rough landing from the train that passed alongside them. Jack Ryan knelt for a big rock, but the general kicked at him before he could get it. Ryan ducked the blow and then rammed Rian in the chest with his shoulder, knocking him back to the ground. As the two men fought in the dirt and rocks and trash alongside the moving train, the Pakistani took hold of a small segment of iron rebar, and it whipped through the darkness and missed Ryan's face by just a few inches. Jack took a few steps back, away from Rian, trying to find something to use as a weapon, but Rian barreled into him from behind. Both men crashed back into the ground. Jack grunted with the impact, his Kevlar vest saving him from a broken jaw that would have sliced him open. Rian climbed up to his knees. Jack still face down below, and the general grabbed a large brick from the trash around him. He lifted it up into the air over Ryan's head and prepared to crush his skull. Jack bucked hard, throwing the larger man to the ground next to him. Ryan reached out, ready to grab anything and use as a weapon, with his right hand wrapped around a heavy and rusty railroad spike. He took the spike, leapt to his knees, and then leapt again, diving toward Rian, who was trying to climb back up off the ground. In the air, Jack positioned the spike in front of his Kevlar vest, pressing the head of the iron point against the rigid vest, and he held it there with his hand as he landed on his enemy. He slammed down on it with all his weight. His body and his vest hammered the rusty spike into General Rian's chest. Jack rolled off the big man and climbed slowly back to his feet. Rian sat up, looked down at the iron barb sticking into him, bewildered on his face. Weakly, he put a hand on it. He tried to pull it out of him, but he realized he could not, so his hand fell back to his side. Ryan, his face covered in dirt and smeared blood from the encounter, said, "Nigel Lemley sends his regards." "American? You are American?" Rian asked in English as he sat there. "Yes." Rian's look of surprise did not waver. "Still," he said, "whatever you think you just did, you failed. In minutes the caliph will reign in Pakistan." Rian touched his hand to his lips and then looked at him. It was covered with blood. He coughed out a thick water blood now while the young American stood over him. "And you would die." "I'll outlive you, asshole," Jack replied. Rian shrugged, then slumped over on his right shoulder. His eyelids remained open, but his pupils rolled back in his head. Ryan heard police sirens that seemed to come from the railway station a few hundred yards back. He left the general's body right where it lay, and began running across a dozen sets of train tracks and toward the warehouse. Ryan ran back into the warehouse with his pistol raised, but he holstered it when he saw his cousin and Al-Darkur looking into a large packing crate. Dom was talking on his phone with one hand and shining a flashlight with his other. Ryan got Al-Darkur's attention. "Listen, there are about to be 50 cops pulling up in a minute. Can you and your man go out and talk to them, ask them to give us a minute?" "Of course." Muhammad and his captain left the warehouse. Jack shouldered up to Dom. "What's the word?" As he said this, he saw the red countdown clock on the detonator switch from 7:50 to 7:49. "I took a picture of the device and sent it to Clark. He's got experts with him that will take a look and then let me know if we're about to blow in the dark." "Not funny." He was joking. "Are you okay?" Ryan saw blood on